Within the dying planet of Hoxxes IV, an abundance of valuable rocks and stone demands to be mined. No one is better equipped to recover these minerals than the irresponsibly managed employees of the Deep Rock Galactic Mining Corporation. This documentary will provide new employees with essential knowledge to better survive the planet's unique and hostile wildlife, completing mission objectives with their lives intact. Welcome to A Dwarves Guide to Hoxxes IV's Glyphids, Part 2. This episode is a supplementary video to the first Dwarves Guide to Glyphids. If you haven't already, please click here to watch that video first for more context. This is the Brood Nexus, a species we mistakenly identified to belong to the Glyphid genus. Though involved in the Glyphid Lifecycle on Hoxxes IV, these creatures are of an entirely different genus, parasitic in nature. The leading theory suggests that the Brood Nexus utilizes the DNA of other species as a defense mechanism. In this case, they have chosen Glyphid spawn, most likely due to their agility and aggressive nature, to be able to come to their defense if attacked. The Brood Nexus birth these spawns periodically, ensuring there are always plenty on patrol around their base. Glyphids are usually born from eggs, however, the Brood Nexus expels these Glyphid spawn live and ready to fight. When encountering a Brood Nexus, dwarves should concentrate fire on their glowing eyes to destroy them before tackling the spawn. Once the Brood Nexus is destroyed, any remaining gestating spawn will be expelled, lashing out at nearby dwarves. Thankfully, the Glyphid spawn is easy to dispatch due to their still developing armor. 1 or 2 bullets usually does the trick. As we established in both the Glyphid and Mactera episodes, the abdomen serves as a weak point for many of Hoxxes IV's creatures. Abdomens play an important role in Glyphid anatomy. Usually lightly armoured, the Glyphid abdomen acts as a cooling mechanism for many of the creatures, allowing heat to escape from beneath their carapace. This is just as much the case for smaller species such as grunts and guards, as it is for the larger Praetorians and Dreadnoughts. There are still many speculations within the Deep Rock Mining Corporation around the origins of some of the larger Glyphid species. For example, it is believed that the Glyphid oppressor is a mutation of the Praetorian species caused by old age. This theory is supported by similarities in the locations of their weak points and overall appearance. Also worth highlighting is the suspected life cycle of the Glyphid exploder. Should an exploder survive long enough that their carapace does not detonate, as they grow in size, they mutate to become a detonator, the second stage of life. Some become bulk detonators and others Crassus detonators, both of which we explore in more detail in the original video. Of these possible stages of life, the Crassus detonator possesses the most hardy outer shell, practically impenetrable to damage. As mentioned in the last episode, the Glyphid exploders, both radioactive and normal variants, can be forced to explode by shooting their bodies from a distance. There is, however, another potentially safer option. Dwarves can shoot the exploder's mouth, killing them before they have time to adequately mix the chemicals in their bladders to create an explosion. Once the holder of the title of Hoxxes IV's stealthiest creature, deeper excursions into the caves has revealed that the exploder is no longer the planet's top stealth predator. This is the Glyphid Stalker, a species recently disturbed whilst digging in Hoxxes IV's deepest caverns. The Stalker is an expert in stealth, utilising highly effective ambush tactics to surprise dwarves that stray into its territory. Its chitinous exterior is covered in microscopic chromatophores that reflect the light and colours around them, affording them near perfect cloaking ability. The cloak is so effective it can even hide the Stalker from landmines and homing weapons. Dwarves with keen eyesight may be able to pick out a faint bluish distortion in the air, indicating the presence of a Stalker. They also emit distinguishable guttural clicks and screeches, which help dwarves identify the presence of a Stalker in the caves. Once the creature has been spotted, dwarves are advised to tag it with a laser pointer, making its position visible to all teammates for a short time. The Stalker's chromatophores can also be disrupted with enough damage, forcing their cloak to fail for a while. Unveiling the Stalker heightens its aggression, causing it to charge at the dwarf that broke its camouflage. Similar to the Glyphid menace, the Stalker employs hit-and-run tactics, often burrowing to reposition on the battlefield after an attack. This can be disorienting to dwarves, and it is more important than ever to work as a team to scan the cave for its next assault. Glyphid Stalkers are melee specialists, and their devastating slash is accompanied by a powerful electric shock, capable of temporarily short-circuiting a dwarf's shield. The most effective tactics for dealing with the Stalker are still being formulated, but by first disabling their cloak, dwarves can land more direct hits on the creature. Let us know in the comments what tactics have worked for you. Last episode we uncovered the characteristics of various Dreadnoughts, but did not delve into their life cycle. Though little is known about the formation of Dreadnoughts and the origin of the Glyphid egg, it appears that their gestation has been interrupted, causing strange mutations. Before we move on to look at how Glyphids work together in a swarm, comments on the previous video provided some supplementary knowledge to deepen our understanding of Hoxxes IV's Glyphids. The first is to highlight that when Glyphid Wardens take other Glyphids under their protection, they do so in a very specific way. The organ on their back not only releases performance-enhancing pheromones into the swarm, but the Warden also uses telepathic conditioning to communicate or bolster any nearby Glyphid. Dwarves that undertake work in the radioactive exclusion zone should also be aware that radioactive Praetorians can move much faster than other variants. Though not a member of the Glyphid species, it is worth noting that all variants of the Mactera genus can be instantly killed with cryogenic-based weaponry. Something we have yet to explore is how different Glyphids interact within a swarm. This knowledge is vital to survive when mining in Hoxxes IV's caves, and management will usually pre-warn dwarves of any incoming swarms. Glyphid guards are capable of withstanding much more damage than grunts or slashers, using specialised shield-like legs to protect their weak spots. As a result, grunts and slashers are often seen following behind the advancing guards in a swarm, using them as cover to get close to their prey. Species such as grunts, guards, slashers and swarmers all tend to congregate in great numbers, making up the majority of most assaults. Other species such as the Glyphid menace, Glyphid spitters and Praetorians usually join the horde alone or in pairs, but this is not always the case. There are times where entire swarms may be made up of the same species, a phenomenon often witnessed with Mount Terror. The Glyphids of Hoxxes IV are an incredibly diverse genus, their presence in the caves making mining missions particularly dangerous. Dwarves looking to find out more about the cave systems Hoxxes IV has to offer can find further information linked at the end. In the meantime, we will be working on another episode, covering the rockpox outbreak that plagues many of Hoxxes IV's Glyphids. Thank you for watching, and until next time, have fun, stay safe, and leave no dwarf behind.